Are you ready for some unedited business up in this?
Where I can say dirty words?
It's if we want to. It really is.
Maybe.
We'll see how it goes. I'm Jack Lutz.
Troy Stegner.
Another edition of Talk Nerdy to Me here in the El Paso Herald Post Studios starts now.
Hey, listen!
Get nerdy with me. Tell me what game that you get on. Is it card or read?
All right. Something's been on my mind here for quite some time, and it is the upcoming El Paso Comic Con that you are in charge of, and that I missed last year. And God willing, I'm going to be there this year. And so I wanted to bring up a few questions towards you. How has the progression been going as far as the Comic Con and the con itself has been going? Have we been able to finally dispel just the how can we put this? How can I put this? Of what?
The bad blood.
The bad blood and
the black cloud that was over it.
The black cloud, the garbage that was the original owner. Have you been able to finally dispel that?
For the most part, locally. I did have one of the reps ask me the other day if that person was still associated.
Really? Still?
Yeah. And
still.
I had to tell him the whole story again.
So it's been how many years now that you've been in charge of Comic Con?
This will be our fourth.
This will be the fourth year that Troy and family have been in charge of El Paso Comic Con, taking it over from, and I'll say his name, from one of the worst business guys I think around was Julian Lawler, and the dude did such a bad job of hosting the con that he had to leave the city. He had to leave town. He owed so much money. So many people wanted to kick his ass. And you know what? You can talk about, oh, this is really why I left. This is really why. He left such a bad taste in people's mouths that people didn't want to have anything to do with the con anymore. And it took you to come in, an outsider to come in and take over the con. What possessed you, which I'm glad that you did, ultimately it paid off.
Right.
What possessed you to come in and...
Well, we had done Las Cruces Comic Con once or twice, and so we had a decent idea of what we were doing.
Yeah.
When he announced that El Paso Comic Con was going to cease and stop right there, we contacted him, asked if we could take it over, because we wanted a event with the city's name in it.
Yeah.
So the city can identify with it, and also it helps with search engine ranking if people look for an event in that city. So we got in touch with him, and he agreed, and we paid him an uncertain amount of money to take over.
He wanted a big amount, didn't he?
He started high. We started
talked
low.
him down.
Yeah. We started low and stayed low.
Good.
So we got
you stuck to your guns.
We took it over, and took all the steps of trying to rebuild it. The first couple of years we had to pay all the talent in full in front. Yep. Which I don't blame them. If you've been stiff once or twice, you're going to be a little cautious. So,
yeah.
But now we've got to the point where the reps are and celebrities are contacting us about coming, so it makes it easier.
And not only that, if we really want to dig into this again with the Patreon version of our talk,
unedited Patreon,
unedited, and just saying what's really on our minds here. What I really found funny is when you were putting on the con the first year, the second year, and you were looking for advertising, you were looking to spend some money, and you had certain people, businesses around town, certain radio businesses around town saying that, we don't know if it's going to be successful, we're not going to give you that much, we're going to be competing with you with our own event, and then, hey, oh my God, how come all these people are not at our event? What's going on today? You know what? Comic-Con is going on today. Well, let's go to that event. Oh my God, there's so many people here, Troy. What's happening? This is amazing. Oh, you know what? Let's buy this thing. Can we buy this thing from you? Are you willing to sell it? Can we just have you and not Jack? How about that?
Yeah, there was that, yeah.
I can't believe that.
There was a local radio station that had an event on the same day as our Comic-Con. Their event was, I guess, less attended than what they expected. And some of their bigwigs from corporate, I guess, was in town and came over and checked out our con, because their event was very close to ours. They could walk to it.
Yeah.
and they saw all the people in there, and from that it went to the point where they asked, like you said, if we wanted to sell, and everything is for sale for the right price.
Sure.
So I floated the number across to them, and I guess it was more than they wanted to pony up, and they didn't buy. And never heard from them again.
And they came to you about talking about.
Oh, then the same radio station wanted me to help do a morning show related to pop culture type stuff.
Right, a segment.
Okay. Yeah, a segment. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm all for that. But then they said, well, just you. And I'm like, well, I'm not real happy about that. They said, oh yeah, and we'll give you a discounted rate. And I said, well, wait a minute. I'm providing you content and paying you to run the content that I give you.
Yeah.
Like, well, yeah, you can't look at it that way. You're being exposed. I was like, no. I can't eat exposure. I don't pay the bills with exposure. If I don't do it for free, then you need to pay me.
Right. Oh, man.
And then it just...
And they just shot down the notion of just you and I doing it together.
Yeah, that was shot right off the bat. But you have a history with said radio station.
Oh, goodness. And you haven't heard from them ever since?
No.
What about this past Comic Con?
When I wanted to run, they wanted me to run ads, they called.
Yeah.
And
when they want to go for free?
Well, yeah.
They want to go.
Well, that was another thing. They told me, how hyped their morning show people were to go. And I'm listening to the radio on their morning show. They didn't get our name right for the event. They didn't know what we were about. I was like, wait, these are the guys you said were so hyped and couldn't wait to come?
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I didn't even... Yeah. Last year, we didn't run any radio ads, period.
Right.
Whatsoever. We just did billboards and some signs in the mall, stuff like that.
And it was still successful. It was still successful.
It was our most successful year.
I know that there's going to be a clap back from people who go, well, if he's not advertising, he's not going to make it. They're not spending money on ads.
We're spending a ton of money on advertising.
They're going to be closed. They're going to be closed up.
It's just where we're spending that money.
You did TV though too, right? Yeah,
a little TV.
I remember the commercial that you did. It was the Blade Runner 2049-esque, Comic Con commercial that you did. It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool.
A local guy did that for us out of NMSU. His name escapes right. Josh Pluto.
Yeah, good. Yeah, great, very good job.
And he did the one the year before too with the Catwoman and Silk.
Right.
Thing with Christina and Jenny.
So that's been working for you too, doing the TV stuff.
We try a couple. Every year we try something new for advertising.
What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do? Value pack in the mail. What are you gonna do?
Well, last year we even tried El Paso Kiddos magazine.
Okay.
We just radio and stuff like that. This didn't give us the return on investment we were looking for. On radio, if you don't hear the full commercial for that 30 seconds, it's gone forever.
I think something that you should do, and I know we've talked about this, because people are very last minute. Let's be honest here. It's the land of mañana. El Paso, Las Cruces, the two cities that are near and dear to our hearts. Put it off. Oh crap, it's today. It's going on right now. Or put it off. Oh, I completely spaced it out.
Yeah.
Completely spaced it out.
Oh, you should advertise more.
Really? What I do like and what I do recommend is that, the day of the con or the day before the con, bring a star or two in to the local news station. That'd be really cool.
It's a good idea. The problem is getting those celebrities to agree to come in. A lot of them, they want to come in on Friday and fly out Sunday night to get back and start doing what
if it works. If it works on their schedule, if they come in on a Friday and they're only there on a Saturday and then they fly out Sunday, then it would make sense for them to do something.
And it's in their contract, every one of them, to do press leading up to the event.
Yeah.
Trying to get that situated with the local press is like trying to get radio interviews or TV. They just, hey, can you bring him in studio? No, he's not going to fly out here 6 months in advance just to come on studio for 5 minutes to promote El Paso Comic Con. That's not how it works.
So it's really about timing.
A lot of it. And some of the guys will come in a day early, but they do that because they want to check out the area and they don't want to do any press. And
well, let me ask this.
It's really difficult.
Let me ask this. What problems have you had? What problems?
Problems with
celebrities. Yeah.
I won't mention names, but I will.
That's not unedited then. No. Give me a beat.
That's right, old chap. For the most part, they've been really great. There's been a few though that
I don't think I've ever asked you this, but give me a diva problem. Give me a diva.
I had one. Nothing was good enough for this celebrity. Where we placed them, they said was a bad location. But we had another celebrity right next to him who hit his guarantee amount on preview night. And the person across from her was a musical act. They sold out all their DVDs on Saturday.
Okay.
So that couldn't have been a bad location. Everybody around you is selling stuff. The one not selling stuff is you. So I maybe need to be more engaging with the fans.
And let me ask you this too: is it fun still? Is it
yes.
fun?
Yeah, I enjoy it. Setting it up. I like when it's running and everything's going well. I can go out and
well-oiled machine.
I can walk around the floor and see everybody having fun.
Yeah.
That's when it's fun.
Because you and I have a pretty good system.
The text system?
The text system, yeah.
Hey, make this announcement.
Right.
Yeah.
And that segues into my next question. Are we going to be doing announcements again this year?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we didn't have announcements this past year for two reasons. One, you weren't there.
Yeah.
The other people who do announcements just aren't very good at it. And the previous year, people were, I shouldn't say people, vendors were complaining about the announcements.
Yeah, the noise.
Well, they're saying, it's so loud and continuous. I was like, well, no, it's not continuous. And it's not that loud, but you have to be loud enough for people to understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, this year we'll just go without announcements and we'll have everything in the schedule and everything.
And that.
People were just lost. Oh, well, when is this happening? It's in the schedule.
Where's the schedule?
Where do I find the schedule? It's online. Oh, you mean you didn't print it out?
We have a printed schedule right here, yeah.
Well, no, last year we didn't print out the schedule.
You didn't do the printed schedule?
Because it was all in the app. Oh. And that way we could change it on the fly. But
so you're going to go back to a printed schedule?
Yeah, what we're going to do, we're going to print the schedule out like the day before on a separate paper that you can just stick inside the events guide and walk around with it. That way you'll have a pretty much up-to-date schedule and you won't have to rely on going through your app. And we will have announcements again because a lot of people are like, they already did the photo ops? We didn't know that. Because it wasn't announced.
Yeah. And then Ray, who's doing also the photos there.
Yeah, he's making all kinds of faces at us now. Right.
Hopefully nobody spits at his camera. Hopefully nobody gets. Well, we got to talk about that. Yeah, how about Gary Busey, comes in looking like
I wasn't there. I can neither confirm or
Gary
deny.
Busey, I will say that Gary Busey looked. He honestly, he looked like he'd been dead for 10 years.
He's an eccentric guy.
And he sits down, spits at the camera, right? And then Ray and I proceed to take some of those epic photos with Gary Busey.
I think they're still online somewhere.
You have to post that right now. You gotta do it.
We'll put that up in the Patreon area too.
He's just out of it. Just out of it.
He is an eccentric guy.
Yeah. Fun though. Fun.
Yeah. Like I said, but for the most part, the celebrities are not bad. Like David Zayas was an absolute dream.
David Zayas was
that guy
drinking
was,
afterwards.
Yeah, watched the Giants game.
Yeah, David Zayas
at the game.
Watch the Giants game. Yeah,
he was an absolute. Kevin Eastman is
Kevin Eastman's
the
awesome,
best ever. In fact, Ray's wearing his Team Eastman shirt right now too.
Eastman is just that. I can't say
him and his wife are amazing.
When he gave me the original drawing for the Comic Con exclusive.
Oh, he didn't give it
cover.
To you.
Well, I know.
I paid for it. It wasn't a gift from Kevin Eastman.
I know, but he handed it to me.
Yeah.
Proceeded to hug me.
Yeah, he's very cool.
He hugged me.
Yes.
And I hugged the missus too.
I think that's the closest I've seen you to tearing up. That was close.
That was close, dude.
He had to run off the bathroom. Smile. We're back.
Yeah, but when it's all said and done, when the con's all said and done, you get to look back at it. You're still in that point where you're like, man, that was fun. Damn, that was fun.
Yeah, it's just the part leading up to it, getting everything set up.
Because every con has problems. Yeah. Every con has problems.
We're changing the layout. You weren't there this year. The celebrities were not on the floor.
Oh,
we put them in the Rio Grande room.
Okay.
Which had its good and bad points. It was removed from the floor. A lot of people couldn't find them well. We're putting it back on. We're going to get Hall A, B, and C. Yeah, Hall A is going to and then they're going to go out that side door, and that's where the photo booth area will be.
Cool. And so far, big announcements. You added some names coming up. Who's going to be?
Well, I think the one you're excited for is going to be Jake the Snake Roberts.
Okay. The master of the DDT.
Yeah. I don't know if he's bringing the snake or not. Probably not.
He's got to bring Damien.
Probably not.
He's got to bring his Pathan.
Just flying with him.
His Pathan.
We will probably have the Island of Misfit Morphs guys back.
Okay.
They have their own snakes, so he can probably borrow one to walk around with.
Are you bringing some more Rangers?
3.
3 Rangers.
Not 1. Not 2.
Tres Rangers. Rangerinos.
Jason Rangerinos. Well, Jason David Frank was such a huge
I heard he was just awesome. He was just amazing to be with that. That dude did not turn down an autograph, huh? Aren't they doing a new Power Rangers show with him in it?
Mm-hmm.
What is it, Ray? What's the show? Do you know? Well, I didn't put him on the spot. But yeah, I know that a new Ranger show is happening. That's cool.
Yeah, from the minute he walked in until the minute he left, he signed until his line was gone. He almost missed his plane Sunday night because of that.
God.
He's great. The fans love him. He's coming back. He wanted to come back.
Oh, that's so cool to hear.
He called me like the Monday after, and he's like, "Hey, man, if you want me back, I will be there."
So you had a good time.
So I was like, "Yep, here you go."
He had a good time.
Yes.
Who did his panel, by the way? Did somebody do his panel? Babcock did his panel?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Now, this year he wants to do since the other guys are coming, he wants to do a martial arts expo
So
panel.
that's awesome.
Yeah, he might do that.
Pig.
Yeah, he might. There you go.
Pig.
Let him and those guys throw you around.
Yeah. What is it, Ray?
It's Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel.
Cool.
Super Ninja Steel.
August 28th.
Cool.
So yeah, he's also in that web series Ninjak versus Universe.
And he does a lot of stuff with Bat in the Sun.
Well, it's the same group that did that.
Same group, yeah.
We're bringing in Steve Cardenas, which we had him a couple years ago. We're also bringing in Johnny Young Bosch. He was one of the Rangers, but he's also big into voice acting right now. So you got 3 Rangers, one of them big into voice acting. That are confirmed. Jake the Snake Roberts is confirmed.
Okay.
I have feelers out for a bunch of other people.
Cool.
I'm trying to get Snyder and Capullo for comics, and if I can't get them, I might get Scotty Young, one of those two. I put a poll up, and Tom King didn't do well in the poll. It was crazy.
Dude, his numbers are insane right now in DC.
People
insane.
The local people must not recognize the name.
Dude, he had to have a bodyguard at San Diego Comic Con because of the whole marriage thing.
He's ex-CIA. He doesn't need it.
Yeah, he doesn't need that business. All right.
So yeah, we're looking for that for artists. I'm still trying to find a cosplayer. I'm reaching out to a few of them.
Cool.
Like Ivy, somebody that hasn't been here before.
Somebody's, I'll tell you who's not coming back, right?
I will not name names badly, but the person we talked about off camera, I don't want anywhere near me ever again. Ever.
Because I also do the costume contest, and that's one of the highlights.
Oh, that one. No, that one too.
That's the one.
I thought you were talking about the other one, the celebrity.
No, I'm talking about the costume contest. I'm talking about cosplay costume contest.
Well, if this person shows, they'll have to buy their own booth. They won't be comped a booth. There was some unfortunate incidents at the cosplay contest.
Should I address that when I'm back?
It's been addressed. So, you can if you want, but
okay.
Cosplay should not have body shaming or anything else like that in it. That's not what it's for.
I'd have to say, probably
I can't apologize enough for that.
The worst thing that I think I've ever said in my stand-up or my joke material was when Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, and he was wearing lentes. He was wearing glasses,
right?
And he's he's walking across. He does his movements, and I'm like, that's awesome. When he goes Super Saiyan, he can go to Lens Crafters, Goku goes to Lens Crafters when he goes Super Saiyan,
Yeah,
that's probably his word. And then the constant joke that I make whenever somebody does poison ivy, I always say, I'd like to water her plants. That
might be a little borderline.
I say for photosynthesis reasons. But dude, okay, as long as it's still fun.
Yes.
We're gonna keep doing it, huh?
Yes, we added trivia last year. You didn't get to see that. It went over pretty
There's a lot that I missed.
Yeah,
There's a lot that I missed because filming, broken heart, and filming. Yeah,
we're working with some people to maybe have a film festival type thing with it. Also, I'll let you guys know how that turns out later. Awesome. You'll probably be the first to know.
Okay, please let me know. So, it's fun. We're going to keep doing it. El Paso Comic Con. When's it going to be?
April 12th, 13th, and 14th.
Thanks for letting me know because I didn't know.
Yeah, because we were going to...
Because I forgot.
We almost thought about doing away with that preview night
last
year because we sold like 15 tickets in advance. And we're like,
what did I say? That's how everybody is.
So we're like, you know what? Maybe this would be our last preview night. We didn't need a whole lot of staff, so we didn't bring a whole lot of staff in. We opened the doors at the ticket doors at like 4:30. By 4:45, there was a line out the door, and I was like, oh my God, call somebody in. We need more people. and it was just
That's how it
constant.
happens, man. That's how
So
it
yeah,
happens.
preview night's gonna stay.
That's how it happens. Cool. So I think that'll do it for this exclusive edition.
Patreon exclusive.
Okay. Patreon. I like it. I'll give the dirty voice. So I,
You can do whatever. Patreon, you can do whatever you want.
I see that Ray, Ray didn't have his headphones.
Yeah,
on.
it
No, you don't put them on now.
It
Don't do it now.
tickles his eardrum.
Ugh. All right. So big thanks to Pastor Hopos for housing us. Big thanks to Raywork Productions for filming us. You can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, Patreon. I just like saying that.
Yeah, just open Patreon. This will be the first video up there.
Cool. So big thanks to all you peeps out there. This has been another edition of Talk Nerdy to Me. I'm Jack Lutz.
I am Troy Signer.
Good night.
And sleep tight.
Hey, listen!
Get nerdy with me. Tell me what game that you get on. Is it card or read?